Hello, Koji here. Gonna go over this, starting to mod this high hand. A little bit of progress anyway. As you can see, I got some wires all over the place as I kind of test how different coils work. A lot of it's going to revolve around reusing the start relay and working with the out hole relay as well. I found the out hole relay is pretty reliable because that's going to engage for one full motor turn, and during that turn, you actually need it for more than a second because during that full turn, it resets two drops at a time. So it resets the back drops first, and then the front drops. But I thought I'd share one interesting kind of little I don't know what you call it, just a it's probably a symptom of it, but it's kind of a happy coincidence that might be useful Okay, so you've hit down all the drops now. So the back one's already down, the front ones are down. Now this is kind of neat because what a lot of people want to do with this is they want to make it so here's the kick out hole. They want to make it so when you hit the kick out hole, that it'll actually reset some drops. Now what I found is by hooking up an extra switch here, I can actually get just a tiny bit of an engagement on it, just enough, and it actually seems to time it with the last end of the motor turn, so it actually hits these front drops up. So it might be kind of neat if you had that as part of your mod. So anyway, I'll just simulate it here by pressing the hold on the kick out. So now it counts through the bonus. Counted through the bonus and actually knock the two front drop target banks up. So maybe that's useful for a mod. Not sure where I'm going with this yet, but I thought that was kind of neat anyway. And then of course we also have let's say you hit them all down, and uh, and then you end up in your out hole here. So then I've got the all the drops resetting in that case when the out hole is done and when the special is done. Now the whole thing is actually pretty flaky. I'm actually considering just kind of I got some more advanced ideas I want to do, and I'm quite frankly just the relays are getting a bit complex for me. So I thought I'd try looking into an Arduino solution for controlling some relays independently as I'd like to. I didn't really want to desolder too much, but I'm kind of leaning in that direction at this point. But yeah, as you can see, the basic mod to actually reset the whole bank is not too bad as long as you're happy with just that. When you start getting into additional rules, that's where a lot of people would want to go. So, for example, what's the incentive when you hit that kick out hole for special and you're resetting drops, but what's your incentive? Otherwise, a skillful player might want to just hit 3 complete banks down and continue to be able to land in the middle hole or land in the out lanes and at least collect their 12,000 points. It might not be the full 16, but it almost becomes a strategy to avoid hitting one bank. I don't know if that's a good plan or not yet. Anyway, there's lots of ways you could go here. One of the issues though with the out hole full reset is that I am currently relying on a special light. I've got the light. Hang on, I'll actually unclamp this and show you here. So I actually have the light, and it's kind of going through. It's a big mess here, but I got a big cap there and I needed the cap there because what was happening is during the motorcycle, the light actually flicks off during the time when you actually need that relay engaged. So you're either looking at having a lock on one of the relays so it engages and then locks on, or in my case, I didn't want to go there quite yet, so I just ended up sticking a big cap on. And of course, I don't have a AC relay, so I'm using a DC. So I needed to bridge the power off of the special lamp. But that is one thing you could do. But if you were trying to do this on your own, just as I have a high hand and I don't really care too much about rules, but let's say you just wanted the drop mod, the thing to do really would be to stack another switch on top of this. So that's just your basic leaf switch. And this is the switch that engages. And I'll just show. So this is It's the switch that engages when the full bank is down. Unfortunately, you don't really want to leverage too much off of these because most of these switches are driving the coil circuit, so they're going to put 24 volts on whatever you're putting in, and you're going to end up with all sorts of issues unless you're really careful with which wires you're crossing. So I think in this case it might be safer just to stack another switch on top of each one of those, and there's enough tension on it as well. Stack a switch there, stack a switch there, stack a switch there, stack a switch there. And then what you've got is you've got your full circuit when all the banks are down. You don't need to worry about the bridge or anything with the special light. You don't have to worry about the light flickering off and on anymore. You have a hard circuit there that you've completed, which could then engage a coil, and there's room here on the board still. You could then engage the coil, which would stay stuck. And then when you go in your out hole relay, you don't even need any wires on the playfield. You would just wire it up to the to this, your O relay, which is your out hole. And what I did is I added another switch on top of there. So normally this only has 2 here, but now I put a third one there. And this wire you could wire directly to the trigger on the start relay. So you have the S start relay there, and these I just kind of piggyback this orange lead. So this is the second switch up on that bank, and that one is the one that triggers when it's closed anyway and the motor's turning. It will trigger the full bank reset, and then that'll work. And then of course when your bank's fully reset, your switch there will become disconnected again, and your hold relay on that will reset. So you'll be back to square one, and you'll get a full drop reset on high hand. Not too bad. The next trick is, I guess, if you wanted to stack another relay on there that would hold, then you're looking at perhaps enhancing the rules, doing it on a simple side, and I still may do this. One of the ideas I had was to try and use the 3-ball, 5-ball adjustment, and one of those wires I believe will, I didn't want to mess with the specials, because I mean there's the 3-ball rules will normally have the specials on without any alternating lamps, but you could do it so that it no longer alternates the in-lane lamps, so those would just stay static on both of them. But more importantly, on the front side you have these scores here. Now, typically with the 5-ball rule, this scores 100 points per pulse. So, so when you're on 3-ball rules, you can get those to score 1,000 points per pulse, and that would be another incentive to maybe complete the full special and get your drop reset, and you've engaged your second set so that you're on the next rule set. Going too much further with this game, it's very tricky because everything here is just kind of circled, and nothing's just like making a connection. It's all about, charging a coil or what have you. But again, my other idea was to try and get these drops to score 1,000 instead of 500, but then you're kind of looking at more alternating stacks of relays there, and it just got a bit started a bit complicated. So I don't know, I'm on the fence. I might go further with this. I might look at my Arduino idea, or I might just finish off with the full reset and call that a day with the 3-ball rules, which would be quite easy to implement without too many mechs. Anyway, hope this is helpful for someone down the road. Thanks a lot. Bye.